Hello, today we're going to be going over an EDI topic scenario related to trading partner information document properties and some of the differences when processing documents down the documents path versus the archive path within a Boomi process. For example, we're going to be using document properties for the X12 standard. For our example, these are some of the differences you're going to see when processing documents down the documents path versus the archive path. And for our example, we're going to be using a single interchange document with an ISA control number of 0000000101. It's going to have one functional group with GS control number 20. It's going to have two transaction sets with ST control number of 0001 and 0002. So going over our sample Boomi process, we're going to see we have archiving enabled. So the raw inbound interchange document will be sent down the archives path. And for our example interchange document, it has two transaction sets, 850 transaction sets. So we'll see two documents that are processed down the documents path. We're going to be comparing the trading partner information document properties, one at each level. So we're going to be through a message shape displaying the document property ISA control number at the interchange property group level. We're going to be displaying at the functional group level the GS control number, and at the transaction set level, we're going to be displaying the ST control number. We're also going to be displaying the GS control number as a dynamic process property that is set down the documents path. This can be used as a workaround if there is one functional group segment within your interchange document where you could set a dynamic process property that could be used down the archives path. I'm going to go ahead and run this process and test it. We're going to observe the documents. So this first document that is sent down the documents path. This again will represent a single transaction set, and this transaction set has a ST control number of 0001. What we're going to see when we retrieve the document properties for the trading partner information, all three of the ISA control numbers, GS control number, and ST control number are available down the documents path for this particular transaction set. Similarly, for the second document that processes down the documents path, we're going to see it's a transaction set document, an 850 with a ST control number of 0002. When we pull in the ISA, GS, and ST control numbers, we will see all three of those properties are available down the documents path for the transaction set. Now, when we observe the raw document that is processed down the archives path, when we view that document, we're going to see it is the entire interchange document that has the ISA, IEA segments, the GS, GE segments, and then each of the transaction sets that are within the original interchange document. When we observe the data out of the message tape, we're going to see at the interchange level, we can retrieve the ISA control number, but at the functional group and transaction set levels, we're not able to retrieve the document properties for those property groups. And again, this fourth line would be a workaround where you can set the GS control number in the documents path and retrieve it later in the archives path. And that would work if there was one GS GE segment within your interchange document. And thank you for watching this video.